Guys, my steamy love affair with the Raiders started way back in the preseason when I liked Derek Carr as the mere replacement to one Tom Brady.
Yeah.
He was dealing with
I remember those days.
The first 4 weeks. I was like, Derek Carr, man, that schedule looks great. He was really good. I think he'll take another step up. It is full-blown, torrid love affair with this team. You gave them a lot of respect today as an underappreciated, or no, Peter did, as an underappreciated storyline of them being 4-0 on the road, traveling all of those miles. And this week, they're headed to Tampa to take on Jameis Winston and the Bucs. A long trip, but the Raiders have been a much better team on the road this season. Do they get another win? Do they stay on top of the AFC West?
I think they do. We've been through enough of these teams with the Raiders.
And you're on board too, yeah.
I am on board. We've been through enough of these teams with the Raiders where are the Raiders ever going to be back? Are we going to have the silver and black, the renaissance, and then eventually things fall off and the team falls apart? I don't see any of that with this team. Everyone wants to hype on the defense. I don't care. I love that offense so much. The defense sure needs to be better, but what I like about the game is that two really young quarterbacks. You know, I remember earlier in the season, Nate, you were comparing Derek Carr to like a young Drew Brees, and people want to throw the gunslinger word at Jameis. Look, if we were going to do a segment right now where we divide it and say, do you want Jameis or do you want Carr? I mean, Carr all day, right? I mean, I like Jameis. He's guest number one on this program way back in the day. A lot of picks, still really emotional. He got that flag last week for yelling at the ref, which is a strange thing to see. I think Carr's going to go in there and light him up. I really, really do. Provided that the weather doesn't stop the game, I don't think anybody stops Oakland.
See some toe drag swag, I'm sure.
I think so, right?
You know, I love Jameis. I love that combination. Love Mike Evans and what he's doing this year. But
you love Crab, too, my man.
I love Crab, and that's the thing. You talked about it, Kyle. You hit it on the head. It's those weapons. I mean, you look at Murray at the running back position and then Cooper and Crabtree. We're talking about all these duos in the league at cornerback and wide receiver. You look at Demaryius Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders and give them credit as one of the best duos in the game. But Crabtree and Cooper and Crabtree, however you want to label these guys and title them, that's number one receiver. I mean, Crabtree, 14 touchdowns in 16 games. So the weapons that they have, whether they're at home or on the road, they're cocky enough to go into anywhere and say, you know what, we are going to light this stadium
but they have
up.
To
and they've been doing that.
They have to light it up because their defense is allowing a ton of points.
And they know that.
Yeah.
And they know that. And there's a certain confidence you have when you know. I've been on teams where we didn't have the best defense in the world. And Scott Linehan, offense coordinator, say, listen, if we got to put up 40, we got to put up 40. And we would look at each other in that receiver room and say, well, damn it, let's go put up 40. So you look at the Oakland Raiders and what they're doing. They walk into every stadium saying, if we got to put up points, we got to put up points, and we're going to do it. And they are cocky as ever, and I love it.
The guy that this finally come awake to, I just have to give you a little credit. We've been waiting on this guy, Khalil Mack. Where is he? Khalil Mack, slow start to the season. It's supposed to be his star year. If you watch the Sunday Night Football Open, he's doing the fake interview with Michelle Tafoya. He's with Eli and Clay and Antonio Brown. This is supposed to be their star, and he's finally waking up. Sacked last week. He's putting it together now. That could be the difference on this defense because Khalil Mack is a nightmare.